What is going on, everybody? My name is Otto Von Clutch.
Hello, one and all. I'm Rep Amber. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
And we're here to discuss this week's episode of Dark Side of the Ring. It was Buff and the Bagwells. And my goodness, what an episode that was. That was like a comedy.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't think it was Dark Side of the Ring. More, like you said, dark comedy side of the ring.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. It was an interesting episode. So we started off. They go through the intro. We see Too Cold Scorpio basically say that Buff Bagwell was an arrogant asshole. That's what he said. That was what Too Cold said. And my goodness.
I want to say, like, his first image of him on the intro when he's young and just coming up into the business, he looked like a young Jack Donny Osmond. I don't know why, but that just like flashed through my mind.
It's too much. So it was that was hilarious. Oh my god. It was terrible. So this whole thing was truly a comedy. I'm laughing throughout the entire episode, even during some of the dark stuff. I don't know. Let's go through some of this stuff. So woo! Basically, his mother, Judy, God bless her soul. I can only say that. We're not going to jump to the good stuff yet. You just hang with us, and we'll get to the good stuff when it comes to Judy. But basically, Judy, she took out 4 business loans at $250,000 piece. Basically, we took a loan out for about $1 million. Made the whole company lumber. They had a lumberjack company. It goes under. It's not good. Not good. No, not good, Judy. It wasn't a good time. It was a bad time. He ended up being a male stripper at the age of 18, bro. Buff Bagwell's out there shaking his ass.
Fresh out of high school
With his high school sweetheart. My goodness. What kind of stuff did you catch from the beginning of all that? What kind of notes did you get down for that?
I just said he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. I mean, his parents gave him everything and then some. Driving a Corvette to school at 15. Come on, like, no license. He gets away with it because the whole town knows the family.
Oh yeah, his dad's a race car driver, dude. So like, yeah, that was pretty heavy. That was wild. So boom, we go on. You know, after him stripping and whatnot, he moves into this apartment, and guess who his neighbor is? None other than Missy Hyatt. That's right, Missy Hyatt is Buff Bagwell's freaking neighbor. What a neighbor to have. That'd be an awesome neighbor to have. Starts training with Steve, the Brawler Lawler. Now, let me tell you what. That to me just sounds like a fake name altogether. But that's what Vice documented on this episode was Trainer Steve, the Brawler Lawler.
No relation to the King Lawler.
We haven't done research yet on that, folks. We will get back to you shortly.
Let us know if you've done the research already, know the answer. Somebody out there.
I don't know the answer to that one, but and then he becomes the handsome stranger. My goodness. Imagine that. Buff Bagwell, the handsome stranger. What happens after the handsome stranger, basically? It goes for a 2-year run in WCW. Good old 2 years in WCW, and then he...
You didn't really go over, though, how in order to pay for his wrestling school, his first wife had to strip. So, according to her, she had to go and dance at the club in order to support him.
He's like, baby, my pockets are feeling light. You got to get out there and strip for me tonight. That was wild.
Get me through wrestling school.
It's like, I promise you, you get me through wrestling school, and it's all going to be better. I don't know why I did a Tombstone voice a little bit there. So he does a 2-year run in WCW, guys. Then he teams with Too Cold Scorpio. Remember, Too Cold Scorpio is not too fond of Mr. Buff Bagwell. And they become tag team of the year, yada, 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 dude. You know, it's basically what I got there. And he cheated on his wife. That's a note that I have here. That's right. He cheated on Tanya. Cheated on Tanya.
21 on the road.
And let's just talk about the slap. It was the slap, bro.
Wait, you didn't go over. You missed his calf implants.
Oh, the calf implants. Let's talk about the calf implants. He gets these calf implants, bro. And so he gets these calf implants. And so, boom, every time he freaking has to shit or he has to freaking stand up, he has his buddy throw him on his back, throw him on the shitter. Now, that's a good friend. If you can get yourself a friend out there that'll pick you up, drop you off on the shitter, and let you take a shit, my goodness.
That's a once in a lifetime right there.
Once in a lifetime. It really is. So, yeah. He gets these calf implants, bro. They get infected, dude. Freaking pus coming out of his calves, dude. It's terrible.
I think they just did not. His body did not.
They rejected him.
Yeah.
And this guy kept him, man. He kept him in a box. Buff the Stuff kept his calves in a box. That's the truth. So, boom. Slaps. Let's talk about the slap.
You want to talk about the slap?
Okay. Wait, the slap? That was what it... Wait. Stars and Stripes. Oh, sorry. We're skipped on that one. Never mind. Let's go to page 3 real quick of these notes. Let's see what we got cracking here. Page 3. We are live on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining us. Less than 45 minutes to live, the doctor said, guys. He's sitting there at home, falling over, feeling all nasty and shit. He needs to go to the hospital, guys. The calf implants, they're not working out. He gets the calf implants, and then guess what happens? He joins the NWO for life.
But not before tag teaming for the American males. That's what they said.
Yeah, that's right. He did. He was with the American males. They broke up. They split up. They got an argument. Some bullshit.
The split happened because of the NWO.
That's right, because Hogan's like, hey, we need you, Buff. Come with us. And I think we kind of missed some shit. No, we did not. We did not. We are still going there. We're still going there, guys. Woo! We are still.
And then, I mean, he got a job for the whole family, you know.
So, yeah, he gets this contract with WCW, and it's the Real Buff Inc. I mean, my goodness, this guy has a, you know, everyone's working for him. Things are getting real good here, guys. Are you ready to hear this? What's the man's name? Please say his name.
Mark Slick Johnson.
Mark Slick Johnson. Dude, thank you, Kevin. We're about to go right to it. Yes. Straight up mom is shaving his balls. This is a true story. So good old Mark Slick Johnson, goes into the house. Good old Judy is on the, has good old Buffy laying on the table.
On all fours.
On all fours. And she's waxing her son's balls.
She's shaving his balls.
Shaving his balls. I can't make this stuff up. Kevin says definitely a complete 180 from last week's episode. I didn't need to know that mother shaved his nuts. I know, dude. I'm telling you, that to me was mind-blowing. Like, why did we need to know that? This is like last week we're crying during the episode, and once again it wasn't super dark, it was just more sad. But dude, this time they're shaving his nuts. It's too much. I don't want to know about that. None of us need to know about that. Now I gotta go to bed thinking of freaking Buff Bagwell getting his nut shaved by Judy. Oh my gosh, where do we go? So then boom.
He made some straight to video movies.
You're jumping ahead. He hurts his neck. He breaks his neck.
No, that was after he made the movies.
All right, so he's making these movies. Ref Amber's saying, "What the fuck?" I know, Crody. What the fuck, dude? This guy is getting his mom to fucking shave his balls. That shit drove me bonkers.
That's on another level, right?
Yeah,
there.
you gotta watch the episode just because of that. Whew. He breaks his neck getting bulldog by fucking good old Rick Steiner. Good old Ricky gave him a bulldog, broke his neck. He's out for 3 months. Comes back 3 months later.
Has his mom managing him.
Yeah, mom's managing him.
Wheeling him to the ring.
It becomes Judy on a pole. We all know the story, yada, yada, yada. Now he gets into WWE. Or WWF. He gets in the big fed. And Shane Helms, he claims that Shane Helms comes up to him, right? Shane Helms comes up, or no, Buff goes up to Shane Helms.
Yeah, makes like a backhanded comment.
So basically comes up, it's not a backhanded comment. He says, hey, at least I'm not a drug addict. That's what he said, right?
No, but Buff Bagwell kind of like started it by like, oh, you're here on time. Like someone's here on time.
Yeah, the nut nuts is like the mom at the barbershop shaving the nuts. Oh, I'm telling you, it was too much. It was too much. I just, it's too much. It's too much. So then, boom, they're getting this argument, man. And so they call it the Buff Bagwell slap. I don't know if he's the one that trained Will Smith or not.
The Bagwell slap.
The Bagwell slap. Damn. He did the Bagwell slap. That's right. He Bagwell slapped freaking Hurricane. Shane Helms. Woo! What's up with that? Slaps him, bro. They get in a big fight. He ends up getting some stitches supposedly in the back of his head. He's like, I got like
20-something, 20 plus.
He says 25 stitches in his head, right?
Staples.
And then he says that he gets a Sharpie and he Sharpies him because that next night he has to go on Raw main event against Booker T. 5-time Booker T. He has the main event against Booker T. And then
doesn't sound sterile.
Doesn't sound sterile at all.
No.
Doesn't sound good.
Doesn't sound doctor
Then he
recommended.
gets fired. And he's like, after 11 years in the business, I get fired. 11
After
years.
having a bad match.
A bad match, they said, guys.
Bad match.
Watch out, you have a bad match, you're fired. So they roll. So after that, 2012, this episode, we're almost done with it, thank God. 2012, he falls asleep at the wheel. Probably fucking thinking about his Judy shaving his nuts. And he freaking falls asleep at the wheel, guys. The Jeep rolls 4 times. That's right, he's in a coma.
He said he had a withdrawal seizure.
That's right. He had the withdrawals, out there. He didn't have his fix.
Didn't have his pills.
Didn't have his pills, guys. So, boom, he's in a coma. He loses 50 pounds. But guess what, guys? He loses that 50 pounds, and look at him now. Looking like a fucking stud. That's right. He's feeling good because guess what? Uh-oh. He's going to Gigolo. Oh, Gigolo. So he goes to Gigolos, and he's making $25,000 an episode he's claiming here, guys. 25 grand. And this shit...
He didn't know what he signed up for, though, going into this show, supposedly.
This shit gets hilarious. He says that he has 0 blood in his penis. He claimed that during that whole episode or seasons, I don't know what, she watched it. I didn't watch it.
I was, to be honest, I was quite traumatized finding out that the show is not real. Like, really? I watched this show, and it's not real. It was just staged, a really good reality show. It broke my heart.
It was all juice weight. Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. You said it right there, my man. So, boom. He becomes a gigolo. And, he works for this website called Cowboys for Angels.
Cowboys for Angels.
It still might be out there. Cowboys for Angels. I don't know. Cowboys for Angels. And, so for 10, 20 grand, he's out there piping these chicks down, supposedly with the limp dick. And then he's, what's my notes say here? Oh, so then later on, after all this, they have this clip. He gives Vice this clip of him in his house. It looks like literally an episode of Cheaters that they didn't air. It like he falls in his own house, and only certain people in their house would have them filming themselves. Like it's literally his living room, just a camera filming him on his chair. He falls over, looking like shit.
Like a hot mess. Like who turns that video in of themselves?
I want to turn that video into myself. That's like the David Hasselhoff video.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. 2 car accidents now. Now he's on car accident number 2, man. He blacks out. Again, someone needs to take this man's driver's license away. That's what I discovered by this part of the episode. I said, man, take that man's license away. Poor thing, Judy. Oh, man, she developed dementia, Alzheimer's. Poor thing. She's a sweetheart, though. Rest her soul. She passed away. The father was crazy as fuck. He used to give the kids cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
We missed that because I guarantee once we leave right now, we're going to be like, oh, we missed that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, speak about that real quick.
Giving their kid cocaine before they go, and the buddies cocaine before they go out and party for the weekend, because at least he knows his stuff is good.
That's what they said. Oh, the Bagwells. And that's why
he's really looking out for the boys.
And that's why this episode was called Buff and the Bagwells, because I tell you what, shit was crazy, dude. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Woo, we're all over the place. Not that yet. Let's see here. My gosh. And then he goes, mom passes away, and he goes to DDP. He gets all buff, gets all healthy. DDP does the magic. That was basically the episode.
He's a lovable guy.
He's a lovable guy.
Everyone still loves him. Even his 3 ex-wives still love the man.
He must have good alimony. I don't know, my man. I don't know. By the power of the penis pump. Oh my gosh, absolutely. So that was basically it, man. You know, that was this week's episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I'm telling you, I was cracking up the whole time. So, thanks for everyone for joining us. Before we go, we do have an induction into the Hall of Fame yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like we do have Muhammad Ali. That's right. He is now in the 2024 Hall of Fame. And what the fuck are you doing, Amber? Wait.
That's right. Don't mess with Ali.
So Ali is in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but that's what it was. It was Amber punching me a little bit. Stupid. Guys, thank you for joining us on this episode of You Ought to Know. My name is Otto Von Clutch.
And I'm Ref Amber. Thank you for joining us for this episode of You Ought to Know.
I can relate. All my exes love me too. I love you, bro. You guys have a good night, man. Check out the episode of Dark Side of the Ring this week. It was pretty fucking funny.